Thank you, thank you. People, you know what they want to know on comedians? We're rejected a lot. They always talk about rejection. And when I was pretty small, I realized that my father did not particularly care for me. Remember one year, he hid my Easter basket on the freeway and gave me real good clues, see? So I was pretty sure. Now, my uncle is a guy in the family, Uncle Lewis, who is meticulous to the point of being nuts. I mean, everything's got to be just where it's supposed to be, right? He wears glasses. Sometimes he has them on top of his head, always in the case. Now, comedians, they used to talk about relatives and irritations, okay? And, you know, hey, you know what bothers me? I just hate that. I'm going to do quite a few of those for you today. Here's one. I hate it when I do something stupid, okay? Call up the information operator. Can you please give me the number for the Fox Theater? She rattles it off. I hang up. I promptly forget it. Call back. 1 in a million. I know it's the same information operator. Okay, I'll disguise my voice. No, that's ridiculous. I'm a grown-up. I made a mistake, so what? In my normal voice, I say, can you please give me the number for the Fox Theater? I'm a different person. Here's one that happens every day, an irritation that I've never understood. I say something, I know the person heard me say it, they repeat what I said. Can I borrow $5? I know the guy heard it. He says, $5? So what I do now, if I know they heard it and they repeat it, I switch what I said to mix them up, see? Like I'm in this restaurant, waitress came over very plainly. I said, no dessert. She said, no dessert? I said, apple pie. She said, apple pie? I said, no dessert. Try that sometime. You'll be ejected from the premises immediately. Getting ripped off can be an irritation. Like, when I first came to Los Angeles, I had very little money because I've been working a lot of shows like this. And so I went to this real seedy hotel, you know, with insects crawling around the room, and I bought some of that discount insect killer. You ever try that? What a jip. What a weak product. Boy. Had to catch the bugs by hand and then dip them in the stuff. On the same subject, have you seen that new product? You spray it all over yourself and you lie in the sun. It's called Away, and it keeps the insects away. It's just amazing. And there's another product even more amazing, Away Plus. And that not only repels the insects, it actually tracks down and kills all the exact same bugs that bit you during the past 5 years. Here's the place you always get gypped, the snack bar at the movie theater. It's always the same thing. Large popcorn, please. You want butter? No, just put some of that yellow grease all over it. That'll be fine. Television can be irritating. Some of the commercials can be a little bit too much, you know. And the one that's on now, it's on 24 hours a day. It's Will Rogers Jr. for Grape Nuts, the simple cereal. You know, like cornflakes is real complicated. Hey, you want some cornflakes? Oh, no, no thanks. I don't want to get in over my head. Political commercials can be real stupid. There was a guy running, I can't remember the office, this was a few years ago. He was running against the incumbent, and he actually said, during my opponent's 4 years, the price of hamburger increased 35%. During my opponent's 4 years, morality declined, adulterous conduct was up 15%. Now, how did he know that? What did they do, take a survey? Excuse me, sir, I wonder if you could tell us, have you committed adultery during the past 4 years? Yes, I did. I found it's a good substitute when you can't afford hamburger. And there's a guy I always see on all the talk shows, and he's been on Dinah Shore a lot of time, Dr. Wayne Dyer. Now, he says, do whatever you want to do, the heck with everybody else. And there's a lot of books now that advocate that philosophy, your erroneous zones, looking out for number one, how to be your own selfish pig. There's a lot of these different books that, and they talk about hostility, see, and comics, I think, are basically hostile. And I was always thinking what it would be like if a hostile comic went into a grocery store to buy a loaf of bread, and we were on the barter system, no money exchanged. Okay, one left for bread. There'll be one joke, please. Yeah, all right. There was a farmer. He had a daughter. Wait a minute. I heard that one already. So, I never tasted bread before? What I do on TV, I watch the news, see. I do this every day. If a crime's been committed and the crook gets caught, I always think maybe I could have done better. Like kidnapping is the best example. Because kidnapping is always the same. They grab somebody from a prominent family, they ask $500,000, the FBI is called in, they get caught. See, what I would do, I would eliminate the FBI because I wouldn't mess around with anybody prominent. I'd kidnap maybe 5,000 ordinary people and demand $6, $7 apiece. You know who I'd like to kidnap? You know who I'd really like to kidnap? Colonel Sanders, yeah. Make him eat all his meals with a little white plastic fork. You've been real nice. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank
you. Next, Sally Struthers.
How about you, Brenda? What do you look for first in the paper? I mean, the front page or Dear Abby or the astrology chart? Where do you go?
Excuse me, pardon me.
I read the front page. I really do. Because I'm so busy, and then I watch the news. So I really don't get the whole gambit.
You don't have time with your learning